Hello students, in this video we will understand the reaction and mechanism of hydroformylation. It is also called the Oxo process. So let's see how this reaction is going on. When terminal alkene is treated with hydrogen and CO at high temperature and pressure in presence of CO2, CO8 as a catalyst, then aldehyde is formed. So this is the process of getting aldehyde from alkene. And if we combine these two gases, then formaldehyde is formed. That's why it is called hydroformylation. It also favors the anti-Markovnikov rule because these aldehyde will goes to that carbon which has a maximum number of hydrogen. The temperature range for this reaction is 150 to 180 degrees centigrade and pressure 200 to 400 degrees centigrade. Now let's see the mechanism. The catalyst which we have used for this reaction, we will start from this catalyst. CO2, CO8, it reacts with hydrogen, forming metal carbonyl hydride. These metal carbonyl hydride lose one CO molecules, forming the unsaturated species. Here this catalyst is called octacarbonyl dicobalt. This is one of the metal carbonyl, and here this O is for cobalt and this O is for carbonyl. So this O will be small and this O little bit greater than this one. Here the unsaturated species which we get here acts as a catalyst for this reaction which catalyzes the hydroformylation. And it reacts with alkene molecule which we have seen in previous mechanism. Alkene molecules like CH2 double bond CH here are. The alkene molecule is coordinated to the CO species through pi bonding like this. This is CO and this one is a CO3, and the insertion reaction will take place between these CO and hydrogen, forming alkyl derivative of cobalt like this. CO3. So these alkyl derivative of cobalt accept one CO molecules, forming this unsaturated species. Here will be 4. Now one CO molecule will be inserted between this alkyl group and this CO species. And now it will becomes CO3, forming acyl derivative of cobalt. It reacts with hydrogen, forming RCH2. This one is a CO, COH2, and then CO3. Now it undergoes reductive elimination reactions in which one hydrogen will goes on this side and one hydrogen will goes on this sides, forming RCH2 COH plus HCO3. So this is the required product, and here the catalyst is regenerated, hence the catalytic cycle is completed. Once again I am telling this catalyst reacts with hydrogen at high temperature and pressures, forming metal carbonyl hydride. These metal carbonyl hydride lose one CO molecules, forming these unsaturated species. These unsaturated species combine with alkene molecules, in which the alkane is coordinated to CO species through pi bonding, and insertion reaction will take place between CO and H, forming these alkyl derivative of cobalt. These alkyl derivative of cobalt accept one CO molecules, forming these unsaturated species, where this is 3, and by accepting one CO molecule it will becomes 4. Now there will be the insertion reactions between these alkyl group and these CO species like this. So inserted one CO molecule is inserted here between these CO and alkyl group. Now it again becomes 3. It combines with hydrogen, forming these acyl derivative of cobalt. It again undergoes reductive elimination reactions, forming this product, and this catalyst is regenerated. Now this mechanism has certain drawbacks, like about 15% of the alkene is converted into alkane. As soon as the aldehyde is formed, it is reduced to alcohol and ketone is formed as a byproduct. So the another catalyst, that is RHPPH3 whole thrice HCO, has been introduced, which is a better catalyst than this one, because it increases the selectiveness of the reactions due to presence of these bulky triphenyl phosphine molecules. It reduces the temperature as well as the pressure. That means the reactions will proceed at low temperature and pressures, and it increases the yield, that is product, and reduces the byproduct, that is a waste material like alkane or alcohol or ketone. So let's see the mechanism using this catalyst. Here the reaction will be R, that is terminal alkene, RCH double bond CH2. It reacts with hydrogen and CO in presence of this catalyst. Now the catalyst will be changed here, that is RH PPH3 whole thrice CO. We will get a aldehyde RCH2 CH2 and CHO at high temperature and pressure. Okay, now these catalysts lose one triphenyl phosphine molecules, forming this species. So again, just like this, when after losing this, after losing one triphenyl phosphine molecules, this species is formed, which is equivalent to this one, this catalyst, which will be equivalent to this one, and the same process will be going on like this. So this is the base, and keeping in view of these mechanism, we will proceed for this one. So this alkene molecule is inserted between these RH through pi bonding, here through pi bonding, and forming insertion reaction takes place between RH and H. This is the rhodium and hydrogen, forming alkyl derivative of this rhodium. These rhodium accept one CO molecules, forming this species, and this species in which one CO molecule is inserted between this alkyl group and this metal, that is rhodium, and now it becomes single CO and it combines with hydrogen, forming hydridoacyl derivative of rhodium. It undergoes reductive elimination reactions, forming the aldehyde, and again this catalyst is regenerated. Hence the catalytic cycle is completed. Now we have introduced this mechanism using this catalyst because since a long time onwards this mechanism is going on. So in your upcoming examinations, if MCQ question will be asked, then you can attempt this, and if you are in semester examinations, there will be questions regarding hydroformylation, then you write these reactions and proceed these mechanism. This is also applications. We can also say this is the application parts of this mechanism, like if we change this catalyst by this one, then what will happen. So that's why we have introduced this, both we have introduced. So I'll send the next videos. This is all about your hydroformylation reactions. I'll send the next video soon in which we'll see about the carbohydrates. So that ends the video. Thank you.